Welcome to Left-Handed Luck Sport. I'm the EJM3, and today for video number 13, we are going to learn how to open this ABUS 83. This is a transition lock, moving you from the master locks and the Brinks of the world. And with those brands, you do have spools, but you'll soon find out that not all spools are created equal. The manufacturing tolerances on this ABUS are extremely high, and the spools are shaped differently to give you a much harder pick. So we are going to look inside of this ABUS, see what's in there and what to expect. I'm going to give you two very helpful tips with what to purchase to open this up. Then we are going to talk about mindset. Mindset is the most important thing while learning these a little bit higher security locks. And finally, the technique. So what is inside of this thing? Well, we have 5 pins. Starting over here, we have a semi-serrated. Then we have 4 spools. And if I can get a close-up on these spools, you'll see exactly how sharp that bottom edge is. It is extremely sharp, and that gets caught on the lip, and you get a big pop if you're tensioning too much. So with that said, once we get that semi-serrated picked, we should get into a false set, and then we're going to talk about the mindset and how to do it. But first, the two helpful tools. One, a vise. This thing, I couldn't do it at all before I got this vise. It holds everything secure for us, and nothing moves except for your tension finger and your picking hand. And what I learned from the Pelt's Putting Bible, believe it or not, is that the less amount of muscles that you're using is the less complicated the machine and the less things can go wrong. So definitely pick yourself up a vise, especially when you're trying to learn. And also a top of the keyway wrench. And what this will do is amplify the counter rotation that we will be feeling throughout the pick, and that is the only thing you need to be feeling. So this is key. Of course, you can do it without these two, but just to make your chances a little bit better, I'd suggest $15 from Harbor Freight, and this is one of the Sparrows, but Peterson has the 50 thousandth of an inch wrench, which will be better for this lock than this one, at least this keyway. I'm using a Schlage keyway. So I'm going to get the locking mechanism all set, the plug and the Bible all pinned up, and I'll be right back. All right, we got everything put up in a vise, and we got our top of the keyway tension. Very, very handy to have these two things. This is the bitting we're going to be picking, although that doesn't matter because it is not about how high or how low you need to lift the pins. It's about what the pins are telling you to do, and that is the mindset we need to be in. We are in a listening mindset. We are not actively going to be picking this lock. Instead, we are just trying to figure out the internals and react to what we feel instead of proactively push this thing to an open. So instead of trying to figure it out, clear your mind and open your ears. And this thing will tell you exactly what you need to do in order to open it. So you remember having that first standard pin. Step 1 is to get into a false set, and there we go. So check that first pin first, check the last pin if the first pin doesn't work, and then just lightly touch every other pin, and hopefully you'll get into a false set. Getting into the false set is number one, so you can, if you're following along, pause this video and get into the false set. So once we get into the false set, now it's a matter of listening and reacting. So I'm just going to move from the front of the lock down and have a listen. So if you're looking at my tension wrench camera here, this is about as loose as I can go without it dropping. I'm bringing it just a little bit of tension. I can really torque this thing down if I want. I'm not doing that. This is the lightest I can go. This is the heaviest, and I'm going about a quarter of the way. It feels like a constant pressure on my pointer, but nothing more than that. So when I'm coming here and I feel for number 2, I'm starting to get feedback. But the feedback is going to be very subtle. So if I torque down the plug and I'm trying to get feedback here, it won't feel like anything. Because I have so much pressure on this fingertip that the slight amount of pressure variance is not going to make a big difference. But if you're very light on the tension, and you start to get counter rotation, then you'll feel that pressure double as you're doing it. So tension control is key. So let's just lift that pin up. You'll hear a click. All right, now when I got the click, you see we didn't get back down into the counter rotation. But that's because I haven't applied pressure to it yet. So every time I hear a click, I bring this pointer down a little bit more and it pushes it into the false set. It doesn't go into the false set unless we have like zero friction inside of this thing, but a lot of things are rubbing on other things. So getting that extra little bit of pressure after a click and then loosening up to where we were before is key. So we got 1 and 2. Let's move on to 3. 2 and here's 3. That's giving us counter rotation 2. I'm just going to lift it up. Got the click. And now push down with my pointer. Get it into that false set again. Loosen up the pointer and move on. I barely touched that one. That one, I think that was our number 5. That was really, really, really low. No effort at all with that. And I think we're just down to pin 4. So I got that counter again on pin 4, just lifting it up. I got the click, but now I lost my counter rotation. So I'm just going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think I may have overset. And when you overset, that's pretty, well, it's tough luck, but it's pretty easy to fix. So just loosen up your tension all the way and listen for a subtle click. Right there. Okay, we got the subtle click. I actually heard 2 subtle clicks, which means the 2 pins had fallen. Luckily, I think number 1 was one of them. Oh, we got 2. And 3. And 4. Now on to 5. That one felt so weird. That one felt crunchy. Okay, so I think we're on to one more left. We have a very significant false set. And this one, all right, so I just felt one. One's giving us nothing. Two is giving us nothing. Three is giving us that false set there. Or sorry, the counter rotation. So we're just gonna move that up. Hear the click. And we're back in the false set. And what other one? I thought we would have it by now. But again, we're not actively picking this lock. We are just a passenger. The lock is telling us exactly what it needs, and we are reacting to it. So 4. Got a click and a rotation. And finally, I think we're on 5. Got a tiny click off 5, which is good. Moving back to the front. Oh, 5 again. We need one more click. And I heard something fall right behind it, so let's work our way back up this way. 4. Oh, sorry, that was 2. And 4. And there's our open. So again, it's not about figuring out what to do. It's more of exploring and being open to the possibility of anything happening. I did not expect that pick to go as it did. I thought I had it open 3 or 4 more times than I did, but it's not about that whatsoever. It's about listening to the ABUS and being at its mercy. If it wants you to pick 3 times, then you're going to pick 3 times. Eventually, it will like the combination that you put together for it, and it will say, you know what? Let's cut this kid a break. Let's open up the shackle. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. I really hope this helped you. And please, if you get this open because of this video, if anything I said, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know what worked. It's been a while since I went through the process of learning how to pick this, and I'm working off of memory. So if any of my words helped you out, please let me know so we can give other people in the community helpful advice that they can use to get an ABUS 83 open. Thank you, and until next time, peace.